On Your Side Tonight with Jamie Bold starts now.
And we start this half hour touching all the bases. This time tomorrow, Bojangles Coliseum here in Charlotte will be packed. Eyes and ears will be on the man at center stage, former President Donald Trump. And making sure the venue is secure is certainly top of mind tonight. Less than 2 weeks ago, as you know, the former president was the target of the most serious attempt to assassinate a president or presidential candidate since Ronald Reagan in 1981. A single shooter was able to climb atop the roof of a nearby building at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, and fire his weapon. Now, luckily, the former president walked away with just an ear injury, but a rally goer, as you know, was killed. 2 others were hurt, and the gunman was killed by Secret Service. Since the assassination attempt, the Secret Service has been under investigation and public scrutiny for that security failure. Told you at 7 o'clock, the pressure led to the director of the federal agency, Kimberly Cheadle, to step down today. Cheadle's departure from the Secret Service comes on the heels of that congressional hearing where she offered little new information about the Trump assassination attempt. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle pushed for her to resign.
I think it was the right thing to do. This should have never happened, ever.
It's overdue. She should have done it days earlier, and now we have to look forward, ensure that the mistakes don't ever happen again, and that we have proper leadership there.
So what will security look like here tomorrow? WBTV security analyst Carl De La Guerra joins us here live in studio. You've got 45 years in the protective services industry, so a great resource for us to tap into. Before I talk about tomorrow, though, are you surprised we still don't have more information about the attempt in Pennsylvania on the shooter, or even some of the details of what happened there?
You know, Jamie, this is an event that unfolded on live TV for the world to watch. And since then, so many videos have come from the scene. I think it's a matter of what individuals are willing to release right now. We heard the testimony of former Director Cheadle yesterday in front of the committee. It was in such contrast to what was released today during the Homeland Security Committee briefing of the Pennsylvania State Police Commander. Completely different. No information yesterday, a lot of information today.
So with the director out, does that change how these events are going to be planned for now going forward?
Well, we know the former deputy director has been moved to the director position. It is not going to change the trajectory of any of these investigations that are going on either by the FBI, internal investigations by the Secret Service, or by the Pennsylvania State Police.
All right, so obviously the big event tomorrow, Bojangles Coliseum. For those who might be going to the event, what should they expect? What's it going to look like?
Do what you do at every large event you go to. Be vigilant. No reason to be scared. Be vigilant. Know where the exits are. Know where law enforcement and security is posted by you. And be aware of your surroundings. If you see something that just doesn't look right to you, like they say, if you see something, say something.
Do you think it'll look and feel different from what we would have seen, say, 2 weeks ago?
I think, with this being on everybody's mind, Jamie, I think there's going to be more of a presence there. I think we'll see that both from our local law enforcement and from the Secret Service. But there's also a layer there that no one does see of security, and I think that will be enhanced as well.
Bojangles, obviously an indoor event. What happened in Pennsylvania was an outdoor event. Compare those two kinds of things. I'm guessing an indoor event's a little easier to secure. Is that true?
Much easier to secure because you do have a hard perimeter, what we call a hard perimeter. There's only a finite number of ways to get into that facility, and all those are going to be covered. So it is easier, yes.
It sounds like even going forward, the Secret Service is suggesting if these campaigns can keep most of these rallies indoors, they would prefer that. Is that something you would probably suggest as well at this point?
They made the request to the campaign yesterday or today. I would definitely recommend it. It is easier. None of this is easy, but it would be prudent at this point, I would say, to let's keep those indoors. Now, whether Mr. Trump chooses to have that or not, it's completely.
You know, these partnerships you were talking about, right, with local law enforcement in Pennsylvania was being questioned today about all that happened. So CMPD, I guess, is now front and center with this event here tomorrow. How is that coordination going to work? Do you think they're prepared?
CMPD has always been prepared for these type of events. They have a great deal of institutional experience in how to handle these. They're going to be at the top of their game tomorrow.
Like you said, lots of experience about this, and that's the thing, too, because it's not just the event itself, right? They've got to get their protectee from the airport as well. Certainly. Describe what that looks like, too.
So that will be a motorcade. All this has been pre-planned for this particular event. There will be a designated motorcade, a designated route to get him there. There will be a designated drop-off point, a hold room, and then a designated movement to get them up on stage, get him done, get him back to the airport, and gone. So all of that, what we call in this industry, is choreographed.
Right, and keep in mind, if you're driving tomorrow, too. Don't try to drive around any of these things.
You won't be able to.
No, you're going to see officers at every overpass, right?
Absolutely.
And that's how they're going to get people in and out quickly as
will.
possible. Hopefully everything goes off, as it should, as it always has until what we saw, obviously, just
I believe it will be a well-coordinated event.
Yeah. All right. CMPD, lots of experience, as you mentioned. Carl, appreciate you coming in.
Certainly, glad to be here.
Now, we did ask CMPD about the security in place tomorrow. They did send us a statement saying residents can't expect those delays we were just talking about between noon and 10 p.m. around Bojangles Coliseum. There'll also be delays near Charlotte Douglas Airport between 4 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. CMPD and the Secret Service have a strong partnership and are working together to provide a safe experience for the former president and all attendees. Of course, we'll have team coverage ahead, during, and after the rally. You can catch us right here on air. You can also stream our content from WBTV on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. Again, that is tomorrow night, 6 p.m., that rally scheduled for Bojangles Coliseum. Right now, we're on your side tonight, tracking some storms in the air. Give you a live look from our First Alert Doppler radar. It is active again this evening. Meteorologist Rachel Coulters in the First Alert Weather Center. These downpours and these storms, they just keep going one after another, it seems like, and some of these rain totals getting pretty impressive.
They are adding up quickly, and watching that very closely. So is the National Weather Service, issuing now 2 new flood advisories since the last time we checked in. And you'll notice a tornado warning newly issued to the north and east of us. That's up in Virginia. But we're watching these storms. We've had some gusty winds within them for sure. So here's the latest flood advisories that have been issued until 10:30. This is going to go for Cleveland and Rutherford counties and extending just to the west there of Gaston County, southeastern Gaston County, York County, and up into Mecklenburg County, also included in a flood advisory. These locations have already picked up 1 to 2 inches of rain, and these storms that are now right along 74 from Shelby out towards Kings Mountain, south of 85 in Gaston County, and working out of York up towards Fort Mill and going to be moving into Mecklenburg County as we speak, are producing rain rates of up to 3 inches per hour. Zooming in a little bit closer, we just had this cell here over Fort Mill merged with this storm that's continuing to bring impacts from Clover down towards Newport, just to the north now of Rock Hill. This is moving over Carowinds and is going to continue to track into the Charlotte metro as we continue into time. And I was talking about the rain total so far. Here's some of the estimates that we're getting in. Already seeing about 3 inches of rain, and this is just within the last 12 hours in York County. Totally makes sense why we have that flood advisory in place, and these totals already starting to inch upwards in the Charlotte metro. We already had a severe storm move through these same areas before. We've got another storm moving in. Watch out for those poor drainage areas, your low-lying areas. Avoid any flooded roadways. If you are typically traveling on the roads and you know every time you get heavy rainfall, this one particular road floods, I'd go ahead and just avoid it, because we're going to see more and more of this, not only tonight, Jamie, but through the rest of the week. Yeah,
really good advice. Rachel, thank you. We're on your side tonight now with changing demographics here in our community. According to census data, in 1980, about 1 in 10 people living in the United States spoke a language other than English at home. Well, today that number is up to 1 in 5, and about 2/3 of those are speaking Spanish, and it creates issues. The Camino Research Institute recently did a survey of Latinos in the state.
So the top needed services that they've identified are all related to health care. So the number 1 needed service is related to dental care. Second to that is preventative health care services like annual checkups and physicals. And then third is a doctor that speaks your preferred language.
That speaks the language. Yeah, a language barrier in healthcare is obviously a major problem, but it's not the only one. And it has the attention of the city of Concord. Right now, about 19% of residents there speak a language other than English. The top 3 most frequently encountered are Spanish, Hindi, and American Sign Language.
When you move to a community, typically any community, you need services such as a water and sewer accounts. You need to have electric service. There's things the city provides. If you want to participate in a recreation program and sign your child up for baseball or softball or basketball or services that the city provides, and the only offering is in a language that you cannot understand, and we don't have the capability to give that to you in the language that you most prefer, then that's a problem.
Lloyd Payne is Concord's city manager, and the city is teaming up with UNC Chapel Hill and El Puente Hispano. That is a local advocacy group. They are developing what's called a language access plan. They're IDing language gaps and creating a blueprint to improve communication with those in the community with limited English proficiency.
Yeah, and it's a way of telling people, hey, you are great here, you belong here, you are part of this community, let's make it work and let's have a plan that help you with the language barriers.
Let me back up. So when this whole thing started, right, the Language Access Program, right, it started with an evaluation, right, of current practices. What did you find there? Did anything surprise you?
So we surveyed and we decided what languages we were going to work with, which wasn't really a big surprise. Sure. Because it was a given. I mean, we knew basically because we have been working in the community for a long time.
We had multiple departments, you know, really pursuing this as an objective individually. We had multiple interpretive services across departments instead of one solution for the city. And so therefore that's multiple contracts. It's perhaps more expensive. And so this plan showed us that we need to have more of a consolidated service effort.
Is the plan at this time, I should say, fully fleshed out, or are you still developing it?
We have adopted it. We've rolled it out. We are polling our departments and saying, what documents do you have that's most used so that we can get those translated readily available on our website, readily available in our office spaces. And so we're in that process at this point.
And if you go to the city's website, you will already find English, Spanish, and audio.
La ciudad de Concord está comprometida a proporcionar.
We knew that it was going to be a long process. It's not like he signed the document and the next day everybody has interpreters and have everything translated and all of that. It's going to take some time. So it's a work in progress, but we're working toward the final goal and having it fully implemented.
There is a cost to these sorts of things, as you're talking about, right? Is it funded right now? You said there's some grant at play here, but is there some taxpayer money being used, et cetera?
At this point, no. Really just staff time that's been devoted to it. Part of the plan was really at no cost, if you will, to the city or to El Puente. It's really an identification process, putting the plan together. So we're trying to take as much of that benefit now and get all the documents we can, and then moving forward, yes, there would be perhaps taxpayer dollars used if we find additional programs or services or print documents that need to be translated.
Sometimes with immigration issues, right, there's pushback in certain areas. Do you hear that? Have you heard any pushback relative to this?
I usually try not to respond because I get very passionate about responding. But I mean, it's just something that is good for the community. The kids are Americans. The kids, even if the parents don't have a legal status, those kids are from here. They are not going anywhere. So we want to make sure that those kids have a brilliant future for the progress of the whole community.
It's our obligation to ensure everyone that lives, resides, and even visits our community has equitable and equal access to the services and goods that we provide. And the public is not defined as those who speak English well, but those who live here, interact with my kids, your kids, that interact with us in social settings. We're part of the community, and they deserve to be treated the same as anyone else and have the same access that I or you have.
Now, the city also currently offers a bilingual pay incentive to employees who successfully pass a competency exam and contracts with on-demand interpreters to assist residents with limited English proficiency when calling customer care, public transportation, or public safety. Coming up next here on Your Side Tonight, for several years, nearly $2 billion in South Carolina taxpayer money has just sat in the state's account. No one knows whose money it is. What's being done to untangle the mystery? Also, back-to-school shopping now in full swing. How much will parents spend right here in Charlotte? Good question. We have the results from a new survey coming up at 7:55.